Hey everybody, it's your boy Broboy bringing another analysis video. This one is going to be for survivors from an executioner's perspective. Remember, these are not tutorials and I recommend viewers having a basic understanding of the game. If you haven't watched my first one, I highly recommend it so you can understand how the series goes. It should be at the top right. Before we get into the video, there's two things I want to say. Number one, let's do the question of the day. Are you excited for 0.2? If so, what are you the most excited about? I also want you to answer that honestly. Question number two, how do you all feel about my content? I do notice the great amount of growth I've received, and I wonder how you would all feel if I did more than just my analysis video. Like, what do you want to see from me? Examples could be private room shenanigans, live streams, topics, hot takes, or even tutorials. I'm even thinking about having you guys submit games into my Discord that I can react to and analyze in real time. Also, I'm thinking about viewer lobbies. So before we get into the video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to me, it is free, and turn on the bell to receive updates, and comment to answer those questions. We're getting closer to 5,000 subscribers. If I can get there, I can qualify for the content creator role in the Outcome Memories Discord server. So please, if you love my content and you want more people to see me, please help me out by spreading me to your friends. I want to keep providing this kind of content that's way more positive for the community. That way we can become a safer place than what it has been so far. With that all being said, let's get into this funny game on Green Hill Zone. All right, hello y'all. Green Hill, once called home. So, what I like to do whenever I go on Green Hill is try to find the springs. And I try to go to this specific area. So we see someone's already here to the top left. I'm not worried about them, but just keep that in mind. But I like to go to this specific area. I missed that spring. Oh well. I like to go here because people like to spawn over here. They usually walk this way. I don't know why, but they do. So I go this way and I try to cut them off. And you notice there are two others over here. Very, very important to know. Yeah, there are two other people over here. You see Amy over there coming. So we're going to try to get a hit as soon as possible. Boom. I miss. I get the hit on that, though. So then she stuns me. So she stuns me. Pay attention to this. We see Sonic sitting right here, right? He's starting out a peel out, I think. He does do his peel out, right? Or no, he falls. He falls. He fails. This Sonic is goated. He tried, but oh my gosh, he failed. But there's a big problem. He was doing this peel out. Why are you still here? You should be gone. You should be gone. You should be trying to set up to help your team, but you're still here. So yeah, he decided to stay. He should have gone somewhere else, but I guess he wants to take aggro from me. So he stays here. I guess he wants to take some kind of aggro. He messed up. Yeah, he runs to a wall. I get a hit on him. He doesn't use any of his abilities. So I wanted to see if he uses abilities. He didn't use anything. So now I'm getting ready for this ability he's about to use on me. He uses counter. Lucky day for us. You already know what we're about to do. And no one can save him. He gets a punch. And then we see Sonic. This Sonic came back. This Sonic clearly came back to take aggro. When you play Sonic, you are the hero. You want to try to be your best to play with your team. You want to protect them and stuff. This is not how you do that. You don't do it this way. The problem with this, or why it's not a great thing, is that you are taking aggro. Like you're saying, hey, killer, look, I'm over here. Chase me. The killer's obviously not caring about chasing you. They're going to care about the person who has no cooldowns, aka the Knuckles. So why would I chase you, right? Let me explain something. What would be a smarter decision from that Sonic, because he sees the Knuckles, is to get in a position where Knuckles is running so you can get the jump on the killer. You want to surprise the killer with your abilities. Because if you surprise the killer will be completely caught off guard. They will still try to track that person, but they'll be so caught off guard that it'll be harder. It'll be way harder to do that. Like, you need to do that. When you are saying, hey, look, killer, it's me. I'm Sonic. I'm in your face. Ha, chase me. You're essentially telling me, oh, I have spin dash and I'm going to hit you with it. And that tells me, oh, he has spin dash. I'm gonna be prepared to dodge it. Versus if you use it behind somewhere, you do it in a place where I can't see you, then I probably won't be able to react with it and go invis. The best way to take aggro is to get the jump on the killer. Right here. In this position, the Knuckles tries to counter, right? Because he thinks I'm going to swing. I want to talk about what Knuckles could do here. The Knuckles could counter, which they did. That failed because, you know, obviously I'm a smart killer. I pay attention. 2, they could have charged punch, take the hit, and it would have been reduced damage, and then cancel the punch and run off with a little speed boost to make more distance. Or B, they could have just punched me right then, which they did, but only after they wasted counter. What I would have done is I would have taken the hit and then run off. I would have taken the hit with the punch stance and then ran off. And then you still would have had a counter to work with, as well as if Sonic is trying to save you. But they instead did this. Anyways, so back to the Sonic. Just like the other videos, y'all. Are we going to chase the Sonic who has drop dash and has full health? Or are we going to chase the Knuckles who wasted both of their cooldowns and one charge can literally just kill him right now? If you have watched my videos so far, you already know the answer to this. I'm so proud of you guys. Yes, we're going for Knuckles. So my advice for killer mains, always keep your camera on who your priority is. You want to look around at everything, but if they are getting farther away, you need to keep your camera on them because you need to make sure you know where they go. So you see I'm on Sonic, right? I see Sonic, but I also see Knuckles, right? You see Knuckles? The Sonic stuns me here. The reason the Sonic got the jump on me is because there's little blood on the screen. I actually couldn't tell. That's a me mistake, but the Sonic stuns me. When the Sonic stuns me, pay attention to my camera. I could still see where Knuckles is. Yeah, I could still see where Knuckles is. Another thing I also want to mention, y'all hear the Tails charge? That's like one of my biggest like concerns. So I'm like, oh, shoosh. Yeah, Tails is actually going to like blow me up, right? Keep that in mind. I hear the Tails charge. That means now I need to pay attention to where he is. I need to gauge this Tails' ability. I still see Knuckles, so I'm going to go for Knuckles. Because why? Tails is charging to the right side of the screen. It's harder for Tails to hit a sniper on the left side because there's trees and all these rocks and things. So he can't see, per se. We're going to go for Knuckles here. But something very, very interesting happens, y'all. Who is that? Why are you here? Why are you here? The tail is old as time. Y'all have seen this in my previous videos. This always happens. Cream mains, don't do this. Please stop getting yourself killed. No, I'm sorry. I don't know. Stop doing this. Why? Boom. So then they get the stun off me. So they obviously know how to play this character, by the way, since they did that. So now we have an option. We have Cream and we have Knuckles. Who do we go for in this scenario? The answer, at least in this scenario, because she is out of position and no one can save her immediately, it would be Cream. However, Knuckles still, again, doesn't have his cooldowns. I can get it down right here. My advice when you're in this situation is you need to understand priority and like how chases work. The only character who is injured on the team is Amy, Cream, Knuckles. Cream heals herself right now because Cheese is active. If we chase Knuckles and down him, we guarantee a down, but that risks Cream getting away. If we chase the Cream, no one is being healed right now. And as you guys see, there has not been a lot of saving already has happened this game. So because there hasn't been a lot of saving, I'm already like, I might as well get this Cream out now. My advice in this situation is that we want to punish the Knuckles and move on to Cream immediately. Like we need to hit Knuckles now and not lose sight of at all in one swing, in one fell swoop. Question is, can we do this? The Knuckles runs into a corner. Wow. Guys, if y'all are running from the killer, please look at where y'all are going. Just move your camera around just occasionally. Look where you're running to. Don't just look at the killer who's chasing you. Look where you're running to. Because if you know where you're running to, that will save your life. So you do not have eyes in the back of your head. You need to actually look around. Don't just look at one. Do not look at the killer who's chasing you. Look where you're walking as well. So now we're gonna go for Cream here because again, like I said, you notice someone else is here. You notice how I spun my camera around to look and I'm not throwing the Cream? It's because I want to make sure I know who is here. So I don't see them, but I know someone's there. I'm acknowledging it. So we're gonna go for Cream still. Here we go. We're gonna at least get rid of Cheese here. Boom, we got rid of Cheese. Now that we've gotten rid of Cheese, Cream cannot heal a significant amount anymore. Should we go for Cream here? Yes, we already down Knuckles. Knuckles has the same amount of health as Amy. No one's here to protect her. Let's go ahead and do that. No! Why does this always happen? Why? Anyways, y'all see who showed up here? Say hello to Amy. Say hello to Amy Rose. Hi, Amy Rose. Hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Amy. So then, she smacks me, and I don't get the down on Cream. And there's Sonic doing a peel out. This is another thing I was mentioning to you all. This Sonic is taking way too much aggro. And when I say aggro, they are showing up and telling me where they are. They are snitching on themselves. They are tattling. They are telling on themselves about what they're going to do. As a Sonic player, you should not be doing that. You need to be in a place where I can't see you. So it's scared. So it's out of nowhere. I'm not expecting it. Because now that I know you're setting that up and these two are here, oh, I'm going to already be prepared. I already know what my next play is. If you were hiding somewhere and you pulled that, then I would have to reevaluate my priority completely. But no, you instead showed me that you were going to do peel out. So now I know I'm telling you, you can't juggle two people at once. So you got to pick one. So because of that, Cream lives. But as you see, Amy misses her hammer throw. So we're going to punish her. This Amy does a really nasty loop on me. She hits a really nasty juke on me right here. Boom. But then I get a hit. And then there were three. 1, 2, 3. Y'all already heard me say this multiple times. Taking aggro is one thing, but there's a correct way about going when you do that. There's a correct way to do it. Sonic is essentially telling me, oh yeah, I'm gonna use drop dash and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna use drop dash to hit you. Okay, I'm gonna go invisible. The only character who's an outlier is Knuckles, right? Because I can't just invis the punch. I have to actually get a really good read on it. But he shouldn't be here. Knuckles should be charging punch somewhere in a position where Amy can see Knuckles and go, this is my sanctuary. I'm going to run to Knuckles because now the killer has to go through Knuckles to get to me, right? That is how it should be. Yeah, no, they did not do that. They are just all telling me what they're going to do right here. So because they're all telling me what they're going to do, I'm going to avoid all of that. I'm jumping to get ready for Sonic. I want to get at least 1 blue health off of him. I miss him. Oh, well. I try to get Knuckles to put damage. They get a stun and it doesn't lock me. So now, easiest dodge of my life. I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. I'm a real GOAT. That's all y'all got to know. I'm Roboyo, y'all. Oink, oink, I'm a piggy. Y'all know this. So Sonic can't hit me. Might as well get Amy now. Let's get her out the way. And we can tell. Here we go. So she's at low health, so it doesn't connect again because, you know, why? Look at this. Boom. So something I also want to tell you guys is when you're running a chase with someone, a lot of the times you lose them because you're worried about how they move. You're the killer. They have to react to you. You just need to walk. You don't need to swing crazy. You don't need to go rah, rah. That's how you miss them when they jump. No, you need to see the frequency, how often they jump, what they do. Pay attention to those habits. You saw I stood still, that Amy fell off the rock and then jumped right back up. If I was paying closer attention and I wasn't testing water, I would have hit her on our way back because I saw it coming. You saw me stand still. Sometimes it's better to wait. When you're in chases, you want to kind of wait to see what habits they have in a chase. Because if you don't see those habits, you'll waste a bunch of time trying to swing at them. So I do trickery here. Sonic picks her up. It takes me to Tails. Why did I do trickery there? I'll explain this again. Sonic, Amy, and Knuckles are together. At worst, it would have given me Sonic or Amy because Sonic just used peel out. It would have been hard for me to catch up to Sonic. At best, it would have went to Knuckles, who has no one protecting him. Another at best is Cream. That would mean I would down Cream instantly. Another one is Tails. I would down Tails instantly. So this is the part where I expose this team and some of the problem. Problem number one. The players who have done absolutely nothing for this team is Tails and Cream. They could be new. I don't think that Cream is new because of that earlier interaction. But as you see, Cream has not healed at all. So Cream is useless. The Cream is useless right now. That helps me. So that tells me I don't really need to worry about losing people. If Cream's not healing or healing themselves, I'm not worried about it, especially because I'll just down them the next time I see them. Tails. We heard him charge his cannon once. If Tails really wanted to shoot me, Tails could have shot me at the time when I was chasing Cream, but he didn't do that. So that tells me this Tails isn't paying attention. Now that we know that, it's time to get him. So I try to be very delicate there and I get hit anyway. And then I'm like, dang, now I have to go the long way up there because he's just up there. I can't get him. I don't have charge. But by fate, Tails falls. It just works for me. It's time to get him out of here. But then he flies away. But what does this tell you? A smart decision would have been to try to fly back up that rock. But instead he flies up there. So because he flies up there, I'm like, okay, he doesn't want to go back to that spot. Cool. He didn't even check to see if I can get up there. Then Amy comes to aggro. Amy wanted to make herself a threat. I'm going to hurt her. But then Sonic shows up. Sonic shows up. We have 3 minutes on the clock. I've already downed 2 people. I'm going to get rid of Sonic's blue health at least. Paying attention to him. Paying attention to how he moves. Boom, dodge. Now, Sonic goes spin dash. I go invis because I want to dodge it, but he runs off. So now we're going to chase. We're going to go look for people. But here's what I do. As I'm looking for people, I notice no one is around. If no one's around, no one's protecting Sonic. Sonic doesn't have any cooldowns. Let's get him. So now we chase Sonic. He runs this loop on the rock. Look at that. So before we continue, remember what Sonic just did. Remember that loop he just ran around that rock. Remember that. Trust me, you will need it later. So I miss here. I get him on it. I get a hit here. And I'm still going to chase him. I already put damage to him. Cream still hasn't healed, by the way. I hear Tails charging the laser. Knuckles is here. If Knuckles was watching Sonic run this way and was charging punch this entire time, that would have been a full 9-second stun I would have ate. Well, I'm almost at rage, so it would have been short. But still, if I didn't have rage up, that would have been a 9-second stun. Knuckles would have gotten away with it. Sonic would have been able to kind of get away. But yeah. All right. Anyways, like I was saying, that Knuckles should have hit me, right? You see the Tails. Remember how I said we heard Tails charging? Guys, I'm finna show you something really, really crazy. Kids, I'm gonna need you to close your eyes. This may be too graphic for you guys, all right? Warning, rated R for ridiculous. This action-packed sequence was not designed for anyone to handle. Don't try this at Green Hill Zone, kids. Ew, look at that. Oink, oink, I'm a piggy. That's what I call a dodge. I did that because I wanted to see. Don't ever do that. Don't do that, y'all. You could have just went invis and followed him, but I wanted to save my invis so Sonic couldn't drop dash me anymore. But I just took a gamble and I won it. That oink, oink, I'm a piggy. That's all y'all gotta know. Oink, oink, I'm a piggy. So now, Sonic gets drop dash, but I have rage mode. So now, I'm gonna try to choke him, but instead I lose him. I'm an L, guys. I am not great at EXE. I am so sorry. I failed, y'all. Go watch your favorite other YouTubers. Nah, I'm just messing with you. We all make mistakes. My last games were convenient. Like, a lot of things worked well for me. But, I mean, you also see I make mistakes. I want to show you guys, yes, I do make mistakes. Everyone does. That's normal. The only thing left is that we have to do our best to correct that mistake. So, how do we do that? Well, we use trickery to put pressure, because whoever I use trickery on, that's where rage is going to play. That's what I'm going to use rage for. So even if Knuckles counters me, I'm using rage right here. I just wanted to find people because Sonic is alone. So if trickery took me to Sonic, I would have downed Sonic. Trickery took me to Amy, I would have just downed Amy normally. Instead, it took me to the Holy Grail. Everyone here. Now that I know everyone's here, I'm going to put I'm gonna put pressure on Tails. I put pressure on Tails immediately. Tails is down. Now it's time to put pressure on Cream. I made so much work within those 15 seconds. I gotten so much done. Everybody is on last down except for Sonic. I did so much and we have 2 minutes on the clock. Now we have an entire rage mode to make something happen. So what I want to do is kill someone before I pop rage. And Knuckles, you gotta go. Boom. He punches me. And I hear Cream healing. She's finally healing. Amy misses. I try to choke Knuckles. She hits me with a hammer. It's time to use rage. I can't waste any more time. You gotta go. Yep. Goodbye. All your cooldowns are gone. Now we're going for everyone else. Let's make some work of them. Everyone is dead. Everyone's on death now. Boom. Cream, you're gone. I don't care. You're gone. Goodbye. Boom. Sonic tried to do an amazing save. Good job, Sonic. That was the only save where you would have scared the shit out of me, by the way. That's the only save you would have been able to get that off. But you did it too late. The one time you needed to do it, it didn't happen. I'm so sorry for you. But you did your best. It's now time to put some belt on them. Boom. We put belt on Amy. Amy hits me. We're going to get rid of Amy. Boom. Easiest kill ever. So now we have Sonic and Tails. So here's what I want to do. I want to at least down Sonic. I don't want to start an LMS because I want Sonic to be at low health when we start this LMS. When I was playing this game live, if you guys want me to be completely real with you, I wanted a Tails LMS. I wanted something new. I wanted to taste new blood. I was like Sonic, we always get Sonic. I wanted new blood this video. So, well, it wasn't even a video. It was just me playing. But I wanted new blood. I wanted new blood. So I wanted Tails, right? So I'm going to look for these two. Tails can take a hit. I notice his Tails. He stuns me while I'm in this mode. He shouldn't do that because now I'm just going to kill him. So I hit him. Why do I hit him? Because I want to know where Sonic is. And we see where Sonic is. So the goal is to get Sonic. So you see how Sonic is running across that beam? Monkey see, monkey do. If a survivor can do it, you can do it too. Yep, you're not getting away from me, big dog. Boom. We wasted his dodge. He gets a little stun off of me. It's time to chase him. I want to down him now. So why do I want to down Sonic? If I down Sonic, I actually can win the game because I will put Tails in the worst position he could ever be in. I want to put Tails in the worst. I want to put Tails in the worst position he will ever be in. If you want to know what that position is, he has to watch his friend die in front of me. I'm going to explain what that means in a second. So what I mean when I say I want Tails to watch, Tails is at 10 HP on last life. Sonic has not been downed once. I want to down Sonic and I want Tails to come to me. I want Tails to come to me because the time has stopped. If I down Sonic here, that'll be 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Tails will have to wait. And if Tails doesn't pick up Sonic within those, before the 120, it will automatically start Tails LMS. And it'll be much harder because he'll already start with low health. That is a play. That is a play I could do. That is what I'm going for. Unfortunately, and I got to give props, this Sonic was putting in so much work. They made a few mistakes in the beginning that you guys saw, but they knew what they were doing. They messed up. We saw where they messed up, but they were trying. So remember earlier what I said about remember that rock? If the chances of someone does it once, the chances are they will do it again. You want to pick up on bad habits that the survivor players have. Because some people literally just, they'll run the same thing. Because he ran the same thing, that's why it was very easy for me to just be like, oh, okay, I'll just follow you. Look, he does it again. He does it again. I told you guys. That's why we got to play. So we're watching him, but he's putting in work. I mess up here because I moved my camera. I've wasted so much time on this chase. This is bad. I got a hit, right? So now it's time to down him with charge. Because you remember what I said my play is. If I down him with charge, I will be able to camp his body. That's the play. We're gonna make Tails come to us. But then you hear the spin dash. Wow. Looks like we're not getting Sonic. But Sonic, remember how I put him at 23 health? He has low health. As you saw, every time you get a hit when you're in rage, you're able to see where everyone is on the map. Survivors, when the killer is in rage mode, pay attention to when someone takes damage. Because if someone takes damage, that means the killer can see where you are. And this Tails, who thought they were safe, did not know that I was coming straight towards them. Dunked on him. Wow. And now we have started Sonic LMS with him at 23 HP. You guys already know how to play this, so I'm not even gonna do the introduction. Y'all have seen my previous videos. You know how we can beat Sonic in LMS.
Yes, but he only flew with one life.
Let's go get him. 88 HP, 2 hits and he's gone. Notice I didn't jump down there? That's what I meant. You saw how he tried to jump and make it fake like he was moving? Don't leave a spot unless you know for a fact they go down. And he just used spin dash, so you know he doesn't have it, right? Boom.
It's a shame you didn't live up what you boasted of yourself.
And that's how we do it. Also for funsies, I actually want to show you guys the end game chat for funsies. For funsies, I want to show you guys what they said. Okay, that was pretty insane, especially the way I handled that LMS. There wasn't anything super crazy to teach you this video, but I do hope you understand the importance of surprising the killer. Teamwork is important, guys. If you're all not working together, 2011X will make you play his game. And for my fellow executioners, I hope you've learned to continue being observant to survivors so that it's easier for you to not lose track of what's going on in the match. Thank you all for watching. If you're new, please subscribe and check out my previous videos. And for my current fans, I hope you answer the question about what kind of content you'd like from me. Thank you all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day.